The CHS World News Video. This is General Krisnov of the Soviet Army. The Israeli Air Force attacked a Syrian anti-aircraft battery on Monday that Israel said had fired a missile at its planes while they were on a reconnaissance mission over neighboring Lebanon. No Israeli planes were hit. Israeli military spokesman Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Kernkers said the counterstrike took place 2 hours later and, quote, incapacitated the aircraft, located 50 kilometers, 30 miles for you Americans, east of Damascus. He said, quote, we know according to our intelligence it was a battery controlled by the Syrian regime, and we hold the Syrian regime responsible for the fire. U.S. Army Sergeant Barry Bergdala, accused of endangering fellow soldiers who searched for him after he walked off his combat outpost in Afghanistan in 2009 and was captured by the Taliban, pleaded guilty on Monday to desertion and misbehavior before the enemy. In court in Fort Bragg, North Carolina, Bergdala admitted leaving his post in Pakistan province in June 2009. He said he got lost after 20 minutes, was captured 2 or 3 hours later, and that he never wanted to put anyone at risk. Quote, I was captured by the enemy against my will, unquote, he said at a hearing. At the time, I had no intention of causing search and recovery operations. It's very inexcusable. The offensive misbehavior before the enemy carries a possible life sentence. Neither side has said whether Bergdala has entered into a plea agreement with prosecutors. No one has ever deserted the Soviet Army. If they did, would you hear about it? Nope. Iraqi government forces captured the Kurdish-held city of Kirkuk on Monday, responding to a Kurdish vote on independence with a bold lightning strike that transforms the balance of power in the country. A convoy of armored vehicles from Iraqi's elite U.S.-trained counter-terrorism force seized the city's provisional government headquarters on Monday afternoon, less than a day after the operation began. A dozen armored vehicles arrived at the building and took up positions nearby alongside local police. They pulled down the Kurdish flag and left the Iraqi flag flying. Neither side gave a casualty toll for the operation, but an aid organization working in Kirkuk said several Peshmerga and members of the Iraqi forces had been killed in an overnight clash south of Kirkuk, the only serious fighting reported. Some Kurdish civilians were fleeing the city of 1 million people in fear of reprisal. Crowds of ethnic Turkmen who opposed Kurdish control of the city were celebrating. Some drove in convoys with Iraqi flags and fired shots into the air. Well, Kirkuk didn't stand long. This has been General Krisnov of the Soviet Army with CHS World News Video, a subsidiary of CHS Broadcasting.